Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to Bora Bora, where we are going to be taking a test flight, and a test flight I'm really excited about. A huge thank you to Echo 19 for letting me have a preview of their precision audio pack for the Bell 407 and for allowing me to show it to you in this video. I haven't really flown the Bell 407 much. If you know the channel, you know I love helicopters, but the Bell 407 is a type that I've not really done anything with. I've probably flown it maybe 2 or 3 times, if that. But it's about time that I got into it, gave it a try, and just listened to the sounds that I know are going to be fantastic. If you saw the P51 video that I did not so long ago featuring the Echo 19 sound pack, then you know that their quality is exceptional, and sound adds so much to the immersion. And it's going to be interesting to see what it's like. I've not heard it yet. We're going to hear it together. Anyway, let's get going. Right, well here we are, and isn't this scenery just beautiful? This is, of course, CLi4D Designs Bora Bora, and I just thought it'd be a great place to come and fly the 407 around. Plenty of places to have a look at, and a good chance for me to just have a play around with the handling of the 407, because, as I say, it's quite alien to me. If you recognise the livery, then good on you. It just kind of caught my eye when I saw it, and I'll put a link to it down below. But I thought it was very apt. When I was a kid, I was more into the Hughes 500 kind of design rather than the Bell Jet Ranger design. But this livery of helicopter is one that I very much remember from being a kid. And of course, the 407 is the development of the Bell 206 Jet Ranger. Okay, so what have we got here? So the Bell 407 Precision Audio Pack is an overhaul, which is all designed to enhance the realism of the default 407 in 2020 and also in 2024. We're in 2020 only because right now the version of the 407 is working better in 2020, although I've literally been informed just as I was about to start recording this that apparently with the SU2 update in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, the Bell 407 is actually doing better there. So that will be the next thing for me to try, really. But what this pack is doing is featuring realistic startup and operation sounds, authentic system audio, and improved impact and skid sounds, creating an immersive flying experience. Custom features like active noise cancellation and ambisonic recordings elevate to realism while adding enhancements, improve cockpit interaction. And the audio, it's well worth pointing out, was actually recorded from a real Bell 407 GXP in Traverse City, Michigan, with the expertise of 45 North Aviation, using high quality microphones and recording techniques. In short, every sound from startup to shutdown was recorded with clarity and realism, delivering an authentic audio experience reflective of the Bell 407. And that's straight from the literature from Echo 19. And who am I to try and put it any other way? Really excited to see what this sounds like. As I said at the beginning, the audio can really make a huge difference to to your experience and to the ambience of the helicopter, aircraft, whatever it is that you're flying. Anyway, so we're going to do a startup. It's not going to be by the book, but it's going to be enough so that you can get an idea of the sounds. What we're expecting to listen out for is fuel boost pumps. Have now got realistic startup and operation sounds, blower fans, authentic defog air conditioning and other system sounds, ELT chime, audible warning when tuned to 121.5 on COM1, so we'll give that a try. Impact and skid sounds, enhanced realism for landing and takeoff. Let's hope those impacts aren't too strong. Rotor slap, we all love a bit of rotor slap. And distant sounds, more realistic sound propagation. Custom interior features, active noise cancellation. Use the overhead heater switch to activate a custom active noise cancellation system. So I'm going to try and remember that I need to give that a try, because I'm not sure where the overhead heater is. It must be... There it is. I can see it now. It's that switch over there. Okay. Remind me. Shout at me. We need to give that a try. All new recordings, ambisonic mix, surround sound 5.1 mix for startup through shutdown, rotor and tail rotor sounds, expertly crafted for realism, engine and transmission sounds, enhanced accuracy and clarity, renewed soundscapes, expertly mixed and mastered to create an immersive experience, and additional improvements, warning sounds, more realistic and emergent audio cues, let's hope we don't get too many of those, switch and avionic sounds, detailed authentic interaction sounds, gyro sounds, enhanced operational sounds for added realism, fly in style. Randall Snow created 2 beautiful new Echo 19 themed liveries for you to enjoy. Randall is working on. Oh, it's a different subject. He's working on a new version of the Mustang, which I can't wait to see. Right. Okay. So let's get things started. As I say, this isn't going to be by the book, but I will do my best. And the important thing is we are going to be listening to some rather beautiful sounds. And that's, as I say, what this video is all about. If you're an expert on the 407, then trust me, you're going to see things being done in a way that you wouldn't normally do them. But hopefully anyone who just is interested in getting an idea of you know, what the helicopter actually sounds like, then it's well worth, hopefully it'll be well worth you having listened to it anyway. Okay, so the other thing I should say is I've got the Simfocus mod, which you know, it is meant to greatly enhance the 407. I haven't got enough experience with the old 407 to say what that's going to do, but what I can say is that it means that if I make a mistake, then I'm really in a lot of trouble. So there you go. Okay, on y va, as they don't say in Bora Bora. So let's have the battery on. Oh, hello. Straight away you can hear those fans. Okay, let's not get carried away by the fans, but I am getting carried away. What else do we want? Let's have fuel on, or at least have the fuel valve open. And now let's have the pumps on. I'm going to try and limit how much I talk, by the way, because I want you to hear the sounds. Okay, let's have the anti-collision lights on. That's already turned down. Just going to turn that off. There we go. Just going to turn that off now so we can hear the fuel pumps. Okay, so this is a quick check for myself. I have done that. I've done that. We've got some lights on. I've got the fuel pumps on. Let's have a look down here. That's all looking good. Quick check of that. That's good. Quick check of instruments. That is all good. FADEC is in auto. And that is all excellent. Okay, so before we start, this is what the default sounds like. Okay, there you go. So that was the default, and now we are going to listen to what the Echo 19 version sounds like, and I'm really excited about this. Okay, quick check again. Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. That's all good. Quick look over here. Let's have a look at fuel. Fuel pressure is good. Excellent. Okay, let's go for a start. Watching the MGT, that's all good. Okay, NG's looking good. Got the generator on now. Okay, let's have a listen outside. Okay. Right, we're not going to be using the sat nav, so we'll just get through there and let that do its thing. Okay, let's come up on the throttle now, and we've got to be very careful, keeping an eye on torque here to make sure that we don't over egg it. We don't want any over limits. So you have to remember we've got to make sure that doesn't go above 40% as we slowly wind her up to fly. Over 40. Hopefully that's not going to cause us any problems. We should get an indicator, I think, if it's there we go, that's fine. Excellent. So throttle to fly, no warnings. By the way, the enhancement mod gives you all these options here as well, which is pretty cool. Okay, right. Let's have a quick listen outside now that we've wound it up again. Now you may be wondering, why is the pilot wearing a flying suit and a helmet? Well, because this is a test flight, and I take test flights very seriously. That's actually my Warbird pilot, but I bring him along sometimes when we are doing anything that's slightly risky, because safety first and all that. Right, okay, oh yeah, let's check that, let's check the noise cancellation. Oh wow, how cool is that? That's great. I don't know if you know the A2A Comanche, but it's got a similar feature on the headphones where you can change it as if you're using the noise cancellation. What a great little feature. Okay, we want to hear the roar. Okay, right, time for me to really shut up and let's start flying. So, quick check, pedals working, cyclic's working, Hope you've signed the insurance waiver. Here we go. Concentration time. So, quick look around. Trees and pylons there. Trees and pylons over there, although we've got a little bit more distance. Quick look to see where is the windsock? Where's the windsock? Can't see the windsock. Should have checked that to start off with. What an amateur. But I don't think it's too windy, so we should be okay. But we're going to find out pretty quickly now, aren't we? Okay, let's go. So, coming up on the collective. Wow. Oh. Steady. Did you hear the skid scrape then? How cool was that? Okay. Let's not blow the pilotus over. Hover taxiing a little bit too high. I'm just getting a feel for her. Interesting. The last time I flew this properly was years ago, and I just found it ridiculously hard to fly. And although I'm definitely no expert, it's amazing how spending some time in helicopters does make it easier. If you're interested in flying helicopters but you haven't tried it yet, give it a whirl. You have to go through the whole thing of learning the ropes and practicing, but trust me, it's worth it. Especially if you're going around beautiful scenery like this. Okay, so it looks like binoculars would have been handy because we've got a slight tailwind. Very slight. Can hardly feel it. Right, let's go look at this beautiful scenery. Some of you may be singing the Bond theme there. Maybe not. There's some happy people in a catamaran, enjoying the peace of the ocean, and then some idiot comes over in a 407. Right, let's pick up a bit of speed. Now, because I have got the mod in, I really have got to be very careful that I don't over-egg it. And it will tell you if you over-egg it, so I definitely can't fly it like I stole it. If you know CLi4D Designs Scenery, you know that he puts some lovely little details in, and it's a great place to come and practice helicopter flying because there's so many different things to see. Being a little bit gentle at the moment, just still feeling it out. But I'm surprised it's actually such a really nice helicopter to fly. I think the mod probably makes a huge difference. I'm talking about the Simfocus mod. It flies more like what I'm used to in terms of helicopters. live stream the other day. I do that from time to time, but really brought it home to me just how much fun flying helicopters in the sim really is. I only started doing it a few years ago. It was actually the high performance group H145 that got me into it, but it is such good fun. The ability to explore scenery like this, go anywhere you want to go, try and land on things, all that kind of stuff, is such good fun. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying flying this 407. I kind of think that maybe I should have had a look at this mod before, in terms of the enhancement mod, and also now that we've got the Echo 19 pack coming, it really does give the 407 a really nice kind of throaty, robust sound. And knowing that it's recorded from the real thing obviously makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Just watching the speed there. I have a tendency, when I'm enjoying myself flying around scenery, I have a tendency to suddenly put the nose down, pick up speed, and before you know it, you're over speeding. Look at that beautiful water. Just out of interest, if you are a helicopter flyer, and I'm sure you must be if you're watching this video, put down in the comments below what you're flying and also what your experience of flying the 407 is. I'd be really interested to know. And if you're wondering, the 407 is going to be out in the next couple of weeks or so. It's going to be launching in the 2020 marketplace first, but then obviously coming to 2024 and also in the Echo 19 store. Can you imagine being on holiday here? Wouldn't it be lovely? Wouldn't it be beautiful? And it's also going to be available on Orbex and AnyBuilds as well. Worth noting that if you prefer those stores, you can go wherever you want. Hello, happy holiday makers. Look, even the dolphins are excited. Right, I need to land somewhere. I need a bit of practice. Let's see what we can find. Test pilot today, beginning to think, blimey, why did I bother wearing all this clobber? It's nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, there it is. I knew there was a helipad round here somewhere. Well, it looks like we've got one on that yacht, we've got one on the ground there, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm feeling like giving it a try. As Tom Cruise wouldn't say, I feel the need to try and land a helicopter in a tight spot when I have very little experience of it. Looking at the windsock there, so that's good. Looks like we're going to be, when we do come in, at least we'll be coming into wind. Slowly bring around. You also have to be careful of vortex ring state now with this mod. Not a good time for the sim to decide to pause. So let's do that again. hate it when it does that. It pauses just as you're coming in and throws you out of the zone. I talk about that a lot. I don't know what else to call it, and other people may have different descriptions of it, but I kind of think of it as being in the zone. I find flying helicopters a little bit like meditating, especially when you're coming into land. You just get in this focused zone, and it's a wonderful feeling. But then if the sim decides to pause and stutter as it did then, I don't know if it will pick up in the video, suddenly you lose it. So let's do that again. There we go. Well, that was a landing, so I'm too far back on the H there. I should have looked at the front, and also I just need to be ready for when I lower the collective. It seems to just want to spin to the right a little bit, so we have learnt that. But it was great hearing those skids again, wasn't it? Let's pick up. Trees, don't want to bash into any of them. And now we're going to try and land on the boat. Really? Yes. Why the hell not? It's there. It's there. They're all sitting on the back sipping their cocktails. They've watched me shoot 2 approaches to that landing pad. And now they're saying, God, I hope he doesn't come and land on our yacht. Well, here I come. Look, even the dolphins are laughing, waiting for it. Let's just hope this ends okay. Too low. Checking that. Lost visibility a little bit. And we're down. Not going to mess about there. Not going to mess about with a big superstructure in front of us. Well, not particularly straight, but it's on the H, and we didn't spill any cocktails, so not too bad. But I can see again, we've just spun to the right a little bit there, so that is my mental note that I need to be careful of. Need to make sure that we don't do that. Okay, let's lift off. Nice. It does feel great, I've got to say. I really, I'm surprising myself here just how much I like the 407. No doubt these sounds and the improvement mod are helping with that. Yeah, flying helicopters just gives you a freedom that you don't necessarily get with fixed wing. So I have very much become addicted to helicopter flying. It's a huge amount of fun. I should say there's a Discord. Oh, birds! Watch out! Don't want a bird strike. There's a Discord. I'll put a link to it down below if you want to pop along and say hello. And there's a special helicopter section because a lot of us love helicopters. Have a cold beer. Wouldn't it just? There's another yacht. The Urge. Oh, to hell with it, let's do it. They shouldn't have come here if they weren't ready for 407 to appear out of nowhere and land on their helipad. That's what it's all about, and I need the practice. So, I must remember that it's going to twist to the right slightly as I lower the collective. So I've got to be ready for that. I have a feeling that's something that's going to take a bit more practice. There's some birds. Get out of the way, birds. Mustn't get distracted by the birds. Whoa, steady on, fella. The owner of this yacht may well be having fried pelican at this rate. Okay. I'm not feeding it right now. I'm not in the zone. It's just in the wrong place. So let's get there. Got quite a lot of left pedal on. Okay, so we were a little bit too far back there, as you probably noticed by the way it tipped forward, and you can see the light there has come on check instrument. That's because when I yanked collective to get us out of trouble, I obviously went a little bit OTT, so naughty boy, but it was either that or slip back into the drink. So I think I was feeling a little bit too close to the boat there, and we must have had some skid off the back. So let's not going to give in. Love the sound of the skids though. black mark against my name now. Helicopter owner won't let me take this up again. There we go, let's get in the zone. Okay, we're down, and I can see straight away that this time, well, we're kind of straighter, but I did drift to the left a little bit. But at least we didn't fall off the back of the boat. Could have gone forward again. It's interesting when you look at the side picture. As someone actually pointed out to me, the skids, the bottom of the skids, or the front of the skids, are actually just kind of down there. Almost where the door is. If I jump outside again, see, that's what I'm talking about. The front of the skid is almost level with me, yet I've come in worrying about that superstructure there and totally forgetting that the front of the skid is there. So I'm a little bit too far back there. So again, that's something for me to note for next time. But at least that was a bit smoother, and at least we didn't fall off the back of the boat. So I ain't complaining, and neither is the very wealthy owner of this yacht. We've just got a free air display. Right, let's get back over this way. Wonderful. I just think it's incredible that I've been done flight sim for many years. The fact that you can fly a realistic helicopter with these kind of sounds in this kind of scenery, what a treat. What an absolute treat. And like I say, if you don't fly helicopters, I mean, you must do. Certainly if you're still watching the video at this point, you must fly helicopters. Maybe if you're still watching and you're not so sure, honestly, give it a try. It is so rewarding. It's difficult to master it, to learn the ropes. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of messing about. Don't give up. Don't get frustrated. Understand that it's all part of the process, and when you've finished, you're going to have great fun. You really will. Okay, so here we are back at the airport. Owner of the 407 is going to be very peed off that I've managed to get myself a warning. I was a little bit nervous bringing it back, but let's see. So let's brake. Spin around. Not really a conventional approach. Just messing about with some handling. And we're down. Oh, that was beautiful. What great fun that was. Now I think I may have this wrong. I'm not sure. Apparently there's a button somewhere where you can press it and you can find out where you over-egged it, and I'm not sure I can find it. Anyone who knows this mod, I'm talking about the improvement mod, will perhaps know where it is, but I'm just looking to see if there's any kind of obvious click spot, but I'm not really seeing anything. Okay, let's wind the engine down to idle. RPM warning's gone off. Close that. Well, thank you ever so much for coming along for the flight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed listening to the sounds. Huge amount of fun. And again, a big thank you to Echo 19 for giving me the opportunity to fly the sounds in the sim. It is very much appreciated. And I look forward to seeing you on the channel again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.